So I had already done one video that I thought was profound, but I guess this is going to be a second in a day. Uh, oh, I don't want to take this from the stance of you only have a certain amount of time in this life, sort of thing, because I know we have more than one life. Your soul lives on forever, but what have you been doing with the time that you have here? The quality of your life, how you're spending your time, your minutes, your hours, your days, who you're surrounding yourself, what are you doing? Are you passionate about what you're doing? I just got this, it was just like oh my God, I don't know, just rocked. I read an Instagram post by Mary Forleo. She's a life coach I absolutely love. Phenomenal energy from this woman, just total sweetheart. And she asked like three key questions, and it was just, are you doing the things you're doing in your life, are you doing it because you feel you should, or it's what your heart wants you to do? And what are the things you want to be doing? And it was just three basic questions that just got you. I'd like go ahead and look it up on our Instagram if you see this video. It just hit so strongly. And there was a guy, he was on Tom Bellew's podcast on YouTube. He used to write on his arm how many days he had left. I just want you all to really think about this. Are you doing what you want to be doing? Do you know what I mean? Are you living where you want to be living? Are you doing what you want to be doing with your days, with your time? Your time is so valuable. I want to travel my ass off. I want to travel so much in this life. And it's like this, I don't know, I'm not going to call it a wake-up call, but just this, wow, that's one of the main things I really want in this life. Why am I not doing more of it? We get so concerned about looking around. What is your neighbor doing? What is so-and-so doing? What do you want? It might not look like what the person down the street has. Book the ticket, buy the ticket, take the trip. You want the car, go get the car. You want that relationship, go get that relationship. Like, go for what you want. Your soul's here to have its own individual journey. Put the people pleasing aside. Yes, absolutely be of service to others, but your needs have to come first. When your needs are taken care of and you're fully nourished, and that self-love is just to such a high degree, you will be a perfect example for other people, and they'll be looking at you in your life, and not in a way of, look at this person, just putting it out there as far as look at me, but a great example of, wow, I can love myself that much. And look at them, they're going for what they want. I should go for what I want. It's a self-saving, a self-rescuing, but giving yourself permission, realizing you're worthy of the life that you want, and emphasis on the quality of life. Maybe change your story every year, or the quality of my life is constantly increasing, or something like that of that sort. I mean, really look at the quality of your life. What's the quality of your relationships, the quality of the relationship with your body? How's, like, everything? Literally look at your life. And I was catching myself, and how many people do that. Maybe you're scrolling on your phone too much. How many hours do you feel like spending on Instagram or some of these sort of things when you're like, hey, like Mary Forleo, she said the average person, I think she had 4,000 weeks in their life. I think she said that. And that's when it kind of shakes you. And you're kind of going, and I don't want to limit anyone to that. I'm sure we can live far beyond that. But still, it's kind of like, I went for a massage the other day, okay? And it was this reminder of like, why aren't you doing this more? People can put off travel, and then they finally travel, and they're like, oh man, this is so amazing. I love this so much. Why am I not doing more of this? It's like the leisure and the enjoyment, and that can get pushed aside, and people are just thinking about the work. But what if you tried to, not even just tried to, decided that your life was all going to be in place? I saw a thing the other day, and I thought it was amazing. There's a guy talk about work-life balance, and he said he can't stand hearing that. And I thought, here we go. He's going to start back pushing 80-hour work weeks, 100-hour work weeks, and it wasn't that at all. He said, design your life so it's kind of like they go together in conjunction with one another. He talked about maybe it's a gorgeous, you don't know when you're going to want to take a break. And he talked about in his company that people could literally just, they want to take the day off, spend it with their kids, they could do it. If it's a beautiful day out, go for a run. You don't know when you want to take a break, and I thought that was amazing. So everything, I think time is such a valuable thing. What's your work-life balance? What are you doing with your time? What are you doing with your time? Are you doing what you love? And I mean, like, look at it all. Do you really feel like sitting there day after day, shutting off, watching television? And like, how many hours are people watching television? Are you traveling as much as you want to be traveling? Are you making as much money as you want to make? Is it that important to you, or do you want freedom? Do you want something else? Are you actually pursuing the relationships you want to pursue, or is it just, well, so and so was there, so they were Mr. or Mrs. right now, but they're not like a hell yes to you? Hold out for the hell yes. Um, Everything. Are you finding your circle of friends? Maybe there's a couple that you're kind of going, they're not resonating anymore. Why are you putting more energy into that when you can let it go and people will vibe up and match you? Like, these are all things to look at. Everything. Are you happy with your health, with your fitness? People can get so used to, oh, someday, oh, wouldn't that be great? Some days today. Just decide and get clear. And I hope when you watch this, I know this is going to reach those who are meant to find it. It's, you start asking those questions. Am I doing what I really want to be doing? And when you realize that you can hold out, and I'm not going to say hold out, just decide, like, I have to be doing my passions and I have to be happy. And I want the life that I don't feel I have to take the vacation from, and this sort of thing. Like, the universe will deliver it. You're an unlimited being. It's like the self-love and realizing, like, hey, you're worthy. You're worthy of it. And it takes, like, the deprogramming and the releasing the cultural conditioning and all that sort of crap clearing out of you to give your head a shake and be like, why are we put in this stupid, sorry, but I almost, stupid effing system of just like, this is the way it has to look, and this is what a work week looks like, and this and that. And it's just, when you clear all that old stuff, you give your head a shake and you're like, maybe that's not the life you want. Maybe you want something completely unique and your own. Like, there's some people that live their life, their year in cycles, and they do different yeah, I mean, whatever, it's your individual life. If you're the artist, it's your canvas and the brush is in your hand. If it's a movie, you're the director. You're not just some random extra. You are the one in the director's chair. You get to decide. And I think that's part of, sometimes people have a midlife crisis because they freak out a bit because they realize, holy shit, you mean I was the one in charge this whole time? I could have made this choice or that choice, and I didn't have to go by what my family wanted or such and such group of friends, and they all did this with their life, but I'm my own person and I can make my own choices and do whatever the hell I want, really. Like, get clear what your soul wants. And it's so much freedom. And I feel like some of the freedom that people are looking for is that. They're looking for that. That you don't need to people please, you don't need anyone's approval. If you want to go I know people that have literally, they've decided, it was two teachers I was thinking of. I grew up when I was friends with the one girl, and she traveled her ass off with her husband, both teachers, both enjoyed partying, all this sort of stuff, and they were really loving their life. The quality of the life was there. They lived, they were from Canada, but they lived in some very, very unique areas. And then when they decided to settle down after a ton of travel, ton of fun, they end up having like 4 or 5 children. And they just went for this completely out of the box, completely unique life that I don't think I've seen anyone have that was having the same sort of thing. Where they went, oh, you mean you can't travel with, I don't know, this much with kids or this much or move this many times? Like, well, screw that. No, this is my life and I just want to try doing this. Amanda Frances, the one book I've been reading, she marches to, like, she is so unique with money. Like, the book is called, what is it? Rich as Fuck. That's the book. And if you read it, your jaw is dropping at how she is describing money and about how it's like she makes it work she works with it, and she's not a slave to money, and the way it interacts with her and how much she's able to generate is just incredible. I'm just, you get to tell the story you want it to be. How are you spending literally, how are you spending your time? And the quality of your life. I just want to really emphasize that because, I mean, everything. How much time are you spending with people that you really care about? Your grandparents who aren't going to be there forever. How much time are you spending with those you care about the most in this life? And how much time are you wasting on people that probably don't deserve your time? You know what I mean? I'm talking about quality here, quality of life, quality of relationships, um, everything. Are you going on that trip? Are you eating at that fancy restaurant you've always wanted to try? Um, are you getting that car you've always wanted, even if it's completely unpractical? But you know what? You've got this life to live and you want to have that cool experience. Are you actually going for it? When you go and you watch a channel like this and you're doing your manifestation boards, are you, I don't want to say it's cliche, playing it small, but are you going for what you really want? Or are you going for, oh no, this seems sensible, or this is what I'm supposed to want, or this is okay? Like, do you want something so out of the box and so almost wacky that other people are like, what? But that's what you want. That's directly to you. Um, yeah, you know what I mean? Like, really, I think part of this is knowing yourself. Really knowing yourself, knowing what you want, and realizing you deserve it. You are worthy of it. Decide, obviously you're going to take action, but decide with manifesting, things like that. But just, what is the life you want? If you've got an apartment, do you really want an apartment, or do you want a house? If you want a house, pursue the house. Are you in a career that you can't stand? I was a mechanic for years. I hated it. I absolutely hated it. I'm literally an artist. I have a photography business. I love photography. That is who I am. I love photography. I love travel, all that sort of stuff. Trades, I couldn't stand. It was like putting a round or a square peg into a round hole, and you reach a point where you're like, enough's enough. That's not the life, regardless of what the money was with it. It's not the life you want. Don't just accept that crap. Go for what you actually want to be doing. Stick with your passion. And at that, you will generate money. Even if you have to wait a bit, who cares, whatever. Go for what you actually want, not what you think you could have. And I mean, as you practice this, as you start saying no to everything that isn't what you want, even if it seems okay on the surface or it seems great, if you're living a life that looks great on the surface but feels awful, draining, or just so unfulfilling to live, that's not a life you want. That's not a life to be living. You have to be willing to let go. And a lot of this with spirituality, spiritual awakening, you are clearing that whole programming of, well, I thought I wanted this, but you know what? What I really want, what my soul really wants. I mean, growing up in Canada, it was, maybe I want, people would think you wanted a certain size house, or they have the kids, or have this or that. And everyone is so unique, so different. There's certain people that would be perfectly happy with an apartment or a condo and just travel 90% of the time. There's certain people that want a mansion, certain people that want a tiny home. Some people want city, like New York and things like that. Other people want tons of nature, super isolated, pretty much a hut in the woods. It doesn't matter, who cares? Whatever you want, you decide. But what I'm saying is, I don't want to say you only have a certain amount of time. Stop putting it off and start thinking about what can you be doing to start generating this. Like, start creating this. What's the action step? Like, the minute I thought of that, I'm like, I'm booking that trip. I'm going to just go and do that. I'm going to book that trip. I need to do that. Like, what's the things that you've been wanting to do for years, and why haven't you just done it? Just do it already. Like, if your heart is speaking to you, your soul, your higher self, guides are up there screaming at you, your guardian angel is just, like, throwing stuff at you. Like, will you just freaking move already? Do what you actually want to be doing. Just go for it. You know what I mean? And just stop wasting your time doing what you don't want to be doing. If you're surrounded by people you don't want to be around, then change your environment, change your circumstances. Just decide. And maybe it's something bigger than what you were already going for. Probably is. It probably is that you're going, well, maybe I'll go for this. But really, I want, boom, this up here. That's what I'm saying. Take this video and work with it and ask yourself, question yourself, and stop going, well, why do I want this? Who cares? If you're going, I want this, but you're one of these people, I think everyone's done it, of like, but why? Why would I want that? Why? It doesn't matter. If you want to go live in a different country every year for the rest of your life, go and do it. Who cares if your brother or your sister or your friend or people you grew up with or family think you're completely out of your mind, nuts, whatever. If that is deeply fulfilling and it's feeding your soul and you feel so good, fulfilled, and you're waking up every morning with a smile on your face, so happy, the quality of your life's amazing, congratulations, you just rescued yourself and you're living your best life. That's what I'm talking about. And it is so nice to see. I saw one girl I even said it on Instagram, and it was stunning that you can see, and I know it's just a snapshot on there, but when you genuinely see somebody who is oozing happiness and quote unquote living their best life, it's phenomenal to see. So I know that, yeah, I know that this was a rant, but I'm glad because it all had to come out, and I know this is going to find those that need it, but I really would like you to think about that. How much time we have in this life. I'm sure in our lifetime, if you're watching, I'm in my 30s, we will be seeing more people above 100. Was it centurions? But still, how do you want to be spending your time? The quality time. If you're in a relationship that you feel like you've been dragging your heels getting out of, why are you still in it? If you're living a place that doesn't feel fulfilling and it feels like crap, why are you still there? And you don't ditch any excuse the minute you decide, and the minute you can do an image board, you can write it out, whatever, ask the universe, pray to the universe. Guess what? Things are going to start changing, but you have to decide. The minute you decide, you're like, this is a firm yes, this just has to happen. There's no if, ands, or buts. Hopefully this video will get you out of wishy-washy and get you into, this is a firm choice. Even if it's, I have to be happy. I have to enjoy my life. I have to be healthy. You can even write a list. What are your non-negotiables? I mean, you have to be respecting your body. You have to be healthy. You have to be happy. You have to be sleeping well. Make sure you're eating well. That you're getting the love you need, your needs are being met, all this sort of stuff. These aren't optional. Like I think this is the area some people don't think about as much, the category. What is the quality of your life? It doesn't necessarily mean you're living in Bel Air out in California. There could be plenty of people that live in that environment that are completely miserable as hell. It depends. What is it for you? You are a unique individual. What is it for you? What is your soul calling you to be doing? If it's something that has never been done before, maybe you just need to go and do it in your own unique and beautiful way. Excuse me. So I think I'm going to end it there. Comments, questions down below. I know you're probably going to get a lot from this. That was total just stream of consciousness. But I felt like I had to almost like throw that. Just listen to this. So yeah, let me know what you think. And I hope you have a fantastic day.